So we fell short again for the bid at Palm Springs. It was kind of discouraging. I mean, we went in knowing that our chances were very slim because only one international team can get the bid at Palm Springs. We didn't do well and we knew that, and there was obviously, like with the way we performed, we knew there was no way for us to get the bid.
Going into Palm Springs, worse than any other year, I was really stressed out. Obviously, I can't let the kids know, you know, because they feed off of me, so everything is rainbows and unicorns when they talk to me, but inside I was kind of dying a little bit, and sure enough, we got to Palm Springs and both routines were not great, not awful, not embarrassing, but not to their potential.
When you go into a competition, you want to feel like, all right, you crushed it the last practice, everyone's confident, everyone feels good, everyone trusts each other. It did not feel like that at all. This was probably one of the worst feelings I've ever felt going into a competition, and it showed, and it just showed.
I'm not mad that you guys fall, which is what you think sometimes. We're human, we make mistakes. We hurt, we're sore, I get it. We have good days, we have bad days. I get those things. It's when I give you 150% of my heart, body, and soul, and then I get out there and everything looks exactly the same as if I didn't do anything. It's the lack of commitment. The people walking like, oh, another one. Yeah, that's what you signed up for.
Come Thursday, we show up to practice and we're ready to throw full outs, and you know, we're just trying to prepare as much as we possibly can going into Palm Springs, and things just don't go our way, and the vibe isn't clicking, and stunts are falling, and Orby's just getting mad and madder and more mad, and it gets to the point where Orby, he's fed up. He's done with seeing people give up, you know, and he's done with the attitude or the complacency, and he pretty much tells us that we're dismissed, and you know, there's things being said, and it was almost as if it felt like he quit on us a little bit.
Kyle.
Everyone here has a lot more why should any of us be surprised that you feel like you all know how much harder you could have been going?
Yep.
I think it has a little bit to do with the fact that we're older now, and a lot of people might not have the same commitment level that they had when we were on SMOED. So I think that when he was seeing that not happen, that just made him a little frustrated. I was frustrated with him, but obviously he really takes it to heart.
I missed a couple of days of practice because Levi had 103 fever and he was throwing up and just not doing well, and his auntie wasn't home and Eddie was in Washington, and I just didn't feel comfortable leaving him with anyone, calling a babysitter, so I decided to stay home for 2 days with him and just make sure that he got better. And as soon as I got back to the gym, some of the athletes told me that other athletes were talking about how dare me miss practice before NCA. If they're expected to be here, I should be expected to, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I'm out here pretty much almost 7 days a week, and so for me to miss 2 practices and for them to kind of talk about me, it hurt my feelings. Me not being here a couple of days is not because I don't love him or because I didn't want to be here. It's my son, and I'm sorry, but my son is important, much more important than any cheerleading team in the world.
I felt bad because I'm giving myself literally.
You, yes. You 99.9% of the times do that, yes.
So, like, you kind of like telling us to go. I'm proud of us for I told them I'm proud of us for
staying, yeah.
Going into Palm Springs, you just go in, everyone kind of goes in with this weird, odd feeling of like, okay, 1, it feels like our coach isn't with us, 2, we feel underprepared, and 3, just we're not together, like at all.
Both of our performances at Palm Springs were pretty good. Honestly, I don't think it was our best, both performances. We kind of were really shaky, kind of really nervous, but overall we did pretty good. Now we just got to get back in the gym and work to NCA, to UCA, and make sure all our upgrades are in for Worlds.
So dip 1, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, dip 1, 3, hit 4, 5, turn 7. Okay, we're turning sharp on 7 to the side and then doing the ripple down. Yes? Got it?
It's NCA month, and we've been working hard in the gym, just repping stunts and getting clean for this next competition.
We're cleaning up the elites. I wouldn't say it's much change. It's just taking a lot of the technique work and making it very crisp and hard hitting. So we are adding a scorpion. The flyers, we got some work to do, but they're gonna be there.
So there's 21 days till NCA and we have 16 practices and out of the 21. So that's great. My body's gonna die.
1, 3, 4, 5, hit, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3. Hair down, 7, up on 1, 3, 4, 5, hit, 7, and 1, 2, 3. 5, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3. Easy. Legs. Guys, there's no reason our hand-in-hand flip-ups are catching bent.
We're adding new elements, we're upgrading so we can score well at NCA for difficulty. We're good with routine, we're good with what we know, but as soon as we change something, it's like we shut off.
We changed the chances to make them easier, and then the low floor rounds, 1.5 round, it just feels different, and then we keep like falling and it keeps going back, so I can't get to the end until my scorpion. And he added scorpions and I've been struggling on my scorpion because my back is not the best. Flexibility wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stop. Scoot up. Look at your formation. Why are we rolling on the floor? Try it again. Y'all, these are changes for your routine to get better and cleaner, and if you don't want to take it seriously, then I'm not going to waste my time. We can play around and we can get nothing done, or you can realize that you have NCA in 3 weeks. Check in. It's not a joke. People are working harder than you.
We have NCA coming up. It's really nerve-wracking in a way because this is our first huge competition and we go against like some of our biggest competitors there.
1, 2 down, 3. 5 hit, 6, 7, 8. Legs. 3, 4, 5, 7. Kaylee, stop. Stop turning your body. It's annoying. It's a correction. You're on a world's team. Chest to the front until what count? 7. Try it again.
NCA is supposedly supposed to be the biggest competition this weekend, apparently. The most athletes going. Maybe even bigger than Worlds, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hit, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Run. Do a bear crawl for Kaylee turning. Pissing me off today.
I don't think everyone's here mentally, but we just got to get it together, and as soon as we do get it together, it's going to work out fine.
It was our first practice back from camp, and Adrian is coaching. And normally when we don't have Eddie, not everyone's focused as much or pays attention as much as they did with Eddie because they think it's easier because he's not here, but that's not the case. Eddie is going to be here before practices and he's going to hear what happens, so everyone just needs to treat him like Eddie.
So the division this year is very spread out, I would say. There's not very many teams in the division, so the ones that are in the division, they have a lot of quality to them, and they're going to come hard. So we have to make sure that we're coming hard as well.
Again, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I can see where you're coming from, but that day I was dealing with what we just talked about, and it was one after the next, and I just couldn't do it anymore. Notice what I've said like 5 times in this conversation. We all have to buy in. It does not work if you don't all buy in. That's what a team is. If you want to do this team 100%, then I need 100% every single practice. You can't pick and choose. If it's not in it to win it, it's not going to work. We just needed to get it all out in the air so they can tell me how they felt and I can tell them how I feel and just move forward from it, because if we don't, then we're just not going to do well the rest of the season. And that was very apparent this past weekend. Lastly, Alex is going to school full-time. His schedule is going to conflict with our schedule. If I allow Alex to come in 35, 40 minutes late every single practice, then everybody is going to have a story and everybody comes in 35 minutes, 40 minutes late. So that's not a thing. So Joey is jumping back in the routine and he's going to finish off the season in Alex's spot. please make sure you make him feel welcome. He's been with us for a very long time. It should not be awkward for him because he left for 25 minutes. It's only awkward if you guys make it awkward. Got it? With that said, we only have like 2.5 or 3 weeks to make this work. It's a lot that he has to learn.
My name is Joey Zielsdorf. I was on Cali Co-Ed in 2011. And then SMOED in 2012 and 2013.
And Joey decided he wasn't going to cheer this year because of school schedule, but something happened with his school where things were switched. So it kind of just worked out where Alex's new schedule didn't work and Joey's new schedule did work. So it was just an easy flip.
I'm applying to nursing schools, but I work full-time right now. It took me so long to kind of get back in with the gym or even think about coming back because I was just trying to build my resume a little bit. I just wanted to make myself an applicant that would actually get into school. I wasn't having any luck beforehand. Just having a bachelor's degree wasn't enough, it seemed like. So I started working in an emergency room, did an experience program, and did CrossFit training to stay in shape on the side.
Wait, is this my Joey? Oh my God, I had a bunch of jokes. I was gonna write a bunch of things. Joey, let's go, big boy. The legend himself is back.
Being back with my guys, Michael and Kyle, those two, I mean, it's weird that it came full circle. It is, it's just, it happened to be that Kyle was home from college, moved back here. Michael Eddie moved back from the East Coast, and somehow I was able to make my schedule work.
I'm getting giddy. This is weird. What's happening? I feel like a little girl again. Wait, what? Oh, you can't say that. Like, this is my victory dance. That Joey's back. Just start shooting up J's. I don't think people realize how excited I am. That's my brother. Like, he's been my brother since 2013. No, 2012. I think it was the first time me and Joey were on the floor together. And, oh man, what a talent.
All right, boys. We're back in the game, boys. We're back in the game.
I'm not moving out the middle.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
I'll take it.
He's like, oh, okay, you say so.
I never would have thought ever again Kyle, myself, and Michael Eddie would be cheering together again. I never thought that would ever be a thing. We were in so different places in life. I mean, there was no looking forward to the future and be like, oh, we're gonna do it again, you know? I mean, it's always been hearsay. Like, it's always like, oh, let's put back together a team, but nothing to this extent. I mean, even Kira's on the team with us again, and I mean, Jazzy's been there from the beginning, and so, I mean, there's a lot of us that have been there together for a long time, and I look around the circle and I just think, man, we're old.
Yeah. All right, squeeze tight.
Wait, no, but seriously, because my jumps are so much better than Joey's, maybe I should be
Have you seen Joey's jumps? Have you seen them?
Do we have to have a jump off right now?
No, you already lost one.
Stop it.
You're gonna lose
No,
another
I didn't
one.
lose that one. That wasn't confirmed.
All right, squeeze.
Michael Eddie, he called me when he heard that I even had an inkling to come back, and he was like, hey, let's do this. And he's like, you have 1 year being left on your parents' insurance. He's like, just make it one last time. And I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point to prove.
Joey doesn't do push-ups. He pushes the earth down. Like, when Joey breathes in the direction of a stunt, it hits perfectly. I asked Joey one time, I said, hey, is tumbling hard for you? He's like, is breathing hard for you? And I was like, yeah.
And 4, clean 5, 6, go 7, and 1 touch 2, and 3, pull 4, 5, 7. Not another toe touch, Joey, I can't handle. One more. Joey just snapped his ankle.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's fun. It is a lot of fun. I don't know what's so different now than it was then, but it's way more fun now. We mess around too much. Enrique doesn't help. He's putting his 2 cents in. So, but to have 4 boys that came from SMOED, and it's definitely a blessing on this team, and it's definitely a lot of energy and a lot of fun.
3 and 4 and 5, 6, go 7, 8, 1, 2 and 3, pull 4 and 5, stand up 7, moving 1, 2 and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, stop, right. Joey, you're here.
Yeah.
Wow. If the new schedule works.
So I had my last practice with Reckless just because school-wise, I have to have more time for school, and it's just better off for the team to have someone who can fully commit to it and not be late to practices than have me coming in and out and being here, being not here. So it was just better off for the team, which I completely understand.
I'm going to school right now to get my bachelor's in the science of nursing, and that takes up a lot of time. You know, school itself is a very time-consuming thing, but especially when you're going into nursing, like if you do not have your head fully in, like it's either you're in or you're out. You can't kind of like be 50-50 in the middle, and I've always put other things before school.
I can't open that door to anyone because if I allow Alex to be 40 minutes late to every practice, then it's only a matter of time till the next athlete tells me work or school or this or that. And if I allow everyone to be late, then I don't have a team that's working. It just doesn't work that way.
A 4, 5, and a 6, go. 7, that's 7 and 8. Okay, one more time. Or is that 1, 2 for Alex? It is 7, 8.
Of course, I'd be lying if I said like it doesn't hurt, but regardlessly, like those are, you know, they're like family. I want the best for them, and if that's what's gonna be the best for them, then that's what has to happen. I can't be salty or pressed about something that I know is gonna better them.
Big 5, 6, and 7, and 1, 3, 4, hold the catcher. And 5, 6, and 7, 8, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, touch 8, 1, 2, 3, hold.
Hey, listen, it doesn't matter if Joey's hitting right now, because he's gonna hit. All right, we believe in Joey. All right, it's Joey.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hit 7 and 1, 3, 5, 7 and pull and down.
Getting plugged into the routine tonight, I can kind of tell it'll probably be similar to my routine last year, but I think their skills are a little bit harder this year when it comes to the elite stunt. It's been a good eye-opener, you know. I've been doing CrossFit for a little bit, so my first night back has been not very physically difficult, but definitely a good wake-up call to where I'm at when it comes to like my mobility and things like that.
It's hard because it's a good pickup, Joey, but I lose my best stunter.
So Saturday we found out that Malia and Sam both got in a car crash.
I was kind of just like, what is happening right now?
Are you hurting anywhere? Yeah. I just feel a little bracelet.
In January, I got into a car accident and I broke my orbital socket and I tore ligaments in my thumb. That was stressful and a lot to go through, so.
You guys know why you're here. You don't know when you're not gonna be here. Like, think about it.